didn't mean. It was an oxymoron. Not.
All right. Here we go. Now, before I start, you guys, can I just tell you this? If you look at your calendar says 5-6 day 1, 5-6 day 2. I decided over the break, I don't want to teach 5-6 in 2 days. I want to make one of those 2 days be a review day. That way you guys get how many review days?
2.
3. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, review. So we're only doing this one day. So the bad part for Jessica is that she's not here. So it's good that you're here. You want to be here the day I teach the lesson, and this is the lesson. The goal here today is pretty simple. It's to use the fundamental theorem of algebra to solve polynomial equations with complex solutions. Okay, first of all, what does this theorem say? It says, if your polynomial p of x is a polynomial of degree n greater than or equal to 1, which means it's first degree, second, third, fourth degree, fifth, sixth, seventh, then your polynomial has zeros, has exactly n roots. What's another name for roots? Zeros. So if your polynomial is degree 4, degree 5, it has exactly 5 roots, 5 solutions, including multiple and complex roots. Now what are complex roots? Imaginary numbers. What are multiple solutions? Multiple solutions are when you have a factor of this. Okay, what's your zero out of this, guys?
4.
4. So you would say x equals 4, but x equals 4 counts how many times?
4. 2 twice.
No, the multiplicity is 2,
Yeah.
so that's the multiple answers. So this would count not once, but twice. Oh, thank goodness you're here. I just talked about you. It's too bad you're not here. But you're here. Okay, and there's a quiz right here. Yep, that's you. Okay. Okay, so anyways, this 4 would count twice because it's got a multiplicity of 2. If the multiplicity was 3, it would count 3 times. Okay? All right. So here we go. This is it. What are the roots? What are all the roots, or I say, what are all the what? Zeros of this equation. I want to know what number I can put in for x plus 4 and get 0. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to follow these instructions, and we'll do this every time to get the right answer. First question. Is it in standard form?
Yeah.
How do you know?
It's because it's x to the 5th minus x to the 4th minus 3x cubed plus 3x squared minus 4x plus 4 equals 0.
All he had to say was the exponents are in descending order, right?
That's what I was thinking.
Okay, so yes. Okay, next up. What degree is that polynomial?
But fifth.
It's quintic, yeah. It's a 5th degree, it's quintic. What does that mean? How many solutions? That's what roots are.
5.
Okay, let's come over here and write 5 solutions. Okay, so what do you really know right now about that equation? There's how many answers?
5 solutions.
There's 5. There's 5 answers. Okay, that helps because I like to know all 5 answers. Name the possible rational roots. Here comes your Christmas vacation getting in the way. Possible rational zeros are going to be your p's over what?
Q's.
P's over q's. Do you guys remember what your p was?
1. Or maybe it's 4.
It's the constant. This is the constant. This is your p right here.
That's what I was like.
Plus or minus what? What goes into 4?
4.
Plus or minus 1. Plus or minus 2. Plus or minus 4. Over your q's. Well, your q's are factors of what?
Your biggest degree.
Close.
The first number.
The coefficient in front of your highest degree term. X to the 5th is my highest degree. The coefficient is 1. What goes into 1?
1.
There. So what are my possible answers? 1 over 1, 2 over 1, 4 over 1. So really, isn't it just this? Okay, so I really don't need to write this. But there are my 6 possible solutions that are considered rational. Now what's rational? Fractions. Are there other possible zeros? Yeah, they're not going to be rational, they're going to be irrational or imaginary. Okay, so your job is to find the 5 zeros. Now, do you guys remember doing this before you left? We did synthetic, what was it called? It was called synthetic division, but then we said we can just use substitution to find out the answer. So guys, if we want to know, is 1 an answer? We could put 1 right here, right?
Yep.
Coefficients get copied down. 1, -1, -3, 3, -4, 4. And what we're hoping for is what?
No remainder.
0. Yep, you're right. 0. That's what we're hoping for. Now guys, if we work as a team, we'll find these answers much quicker. So why don't we do this? 1 and -1. Ready? You 3 guys do 1. You do -1. You do 2. 2. You do -2.
1 is 0.
And you guys do the 4s. 4 and -4. Go. Just give me an answer. I need an answer.
I don't know. Sorry.
We got it.
Might get complicated.
I don't know if 1 works. That's why I'm not going to do it. I just want you to do it.
Wins. That's not a 2. Oh yeah, you're right.
You think it's 4?
No, it's just you forward yourself.
You sure?
I messed up.
I thought they worked hard. Noah, you gonna back her up? Tate? 4 and -4. You two, you guys, you can only 4 zeros.
-2.
Haley says 4 and -4 are not the solution. Tate and Noah, they're still working on it. Anybody get it?
Yes.
Which one?
2.
2 works?
Yes.
Did -2 work? I got yeses back there. So you say yes to -2, you say yes to 2. What about -1? Jessica's nodding no. How about 1?
Probably not.
Nod no, you go like this.
Oh no.
No. So no to 1, no to -1, yes to 2, yes to -2, no, no. Okay? So guys, I'm not going to waste my time trying 1 because I don't think it works. So I'm going to go with 2. Here we go. I'll start with 2. You guys, oh wait a minute. You said -2 works, right? Okay, here's the problem. I'm starting with 2. You can just hold tight, you 6. Because your answer is right. You know what? I'll be honest, you should work with me. Can you erase to start with a 2? I want you guys to have the same work as me. You said it works, you guys are good. You guys should all erase and do 2. I know. Okay, bring down the 1. Multiply, you get 2. Add down, you get 1. Multiply, you get 2. Add down, -1. Multiply. Add down 1. Multiply. Add down -2. Multiply. 4, 2 is a solution to my problem. So here we go. What are my solutions? I know which one for sure works.
2.
2. But there are 5 answers, correct?
Yeah.
That's what we said?
Plus or minus 2.
Okay, wait. We know -2 works, but hang on now. Here's the deal. This came from this factor, correct?
Yeah.
Yep, okay. So this number times this number gives me the original equation. Now hang on now. What is 1, 1, -1, 1, -2? What is that?
X to the 4th.
Yes, because that's the constant. X term, x squared, x cubed, x to the 4th. So here's what I'm going to write. Okay, now, here's where I'm at. I figured out 2 was the solution, x equals 2. I knew 2 created a factor. my factor times the answer to a division problem will be the original equation. So now, out of this, I have to find more answers. Now, how do you find more answers? Either you factor this, or you do synthetic division all over again. Now, I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. Do you guys know how to factor 5 terms? Have I taught you how to do that? What?
No.
Yes.
No, I have not. I have taught you how to factor 4 terms, factor by grouping. This one I have never taught you, so you're kind of stuck. You have to do what?
Synthetic division.
You're going to have to do synthetic again.
Yeah.
Copy down the coefficients 1, 1, negative 1, 1, and negative 2. And now you got to find a solution. That happens when you get 0, by the way. And now this group over here, you guys already told me negative 2 works, right? Okay, so I'll try negative 2. Here we go.
Don't you gotta find the P's and Q's?
Are you? No, I already did P's and Q's. They're right here.
Oh.
They're all done. And we already found 2 works. Now we're trying negative 2. We kind of know it works already. This. Add down, negative 1, multiply, 2. Add down, 1, multiply, negative 2. Add down, negative 1, multiply, 2. Did it work?
Yep.
Okay, so guess what? I got another solution. X equals what? X equals negative 2, correct? Okay, now, hang on now. You have to think like this. This creates a factor, x plus 2. We already had a factor, x minus 2. So it's this times what's left. What's left?
X cubed minus x squared plus x minus 1.
Plus x what?
Minus 1.
Minus 1. Okay, look inside. This one's done, we already know the answer. This one's done, we already know the answer. This one. How do you find zeros out of this?
Synthetic division.
You could, and then you try probably 1 and negative 1 and 4 and negative 4, but you guys told me 1 didn't work, you guys told me negative 1 didn't work, 4 didn't work, negative 4 didn't work, so nothing's going to work. So there must be another way to get the zeros out of this.
Long division.
Factor.
Factor. Factor's been everything all year. How do you factor 1, 2, 3, 4 terms?
Common term.
What?
Common term.
No.
There's no common term.
There is no GCF, but hey, Ethan, you're on the right track.
Yeah, it's like when you find something in common.
Who did that?
It's called factor by what? Grouping. Guys, look at your 4 terms. They have nothing in common, but can you group 2 of them and group 2 others and then factor out something? If I group these 2 right here, if I group these 2, and then I group these 2, what do these 2 have in common?
X squared.
X squared. What do these 2 have in common?
1.
Nothing except the number 1. So guys, watch what happens when you do this. Just kind of look at it. Don't look at this stuff. Okay, take out x squared, you get what? X squared times
X minus 1.
x minus 1 plus, what are you going to take out of this one?
Nothing.
Well, no, there's a number they share. It's 1. 1 goes into 1 and 1 goes into 1. Take out a 1. Okay? And when you take out 1, nothing changes. It's just what? X minus 1. And remember when you do this, factor by grouping, you want your what's left over to be exactly the same. It is. So what's inside is the new GCF. Remember I told you guys, this is a term plus that's a term. So if you're looking at these 2 terms, what do they share? X minus 1, X minus 1. That's the GCF. Take out an X minus 1, right? Times
X squared.
X squared, what?
Plus
Plus 1. Okay, good. Now I'm going to bring this down and this down. X minus 2, X plus 2, times X minus 1, times X squared plus 1.
Oh, I see.
Now, there are There's more solutions. Out of this one comes what?
2.
2. This one.
-2.
Okay, out of this one.
1.
Uh-oh. This is a quadratic factor. How do you get answers out of quadratic factors?
I.
No, you're
Imaginary
telling me the
numbers.
answer. I'm saying, how do I do it?
I meant like I as in imaginary numbers, right?
Set it equal to 0. Okay. Brady, I know you're telling me the answer.
No, I'm not telling you like the answer, but I'm telling you.
Oh, okay.
I was,
Here's what I was hoping you'd say. I was hoping you would say, when they're quadratic expressions, factors, do the quadratic formula or do square roots. Why can I get away with square roots? Because there's no x term. So I would just set it equal to 0, move it over, take the square root, and what is the answer? Plus or minus I. How many answers do I have? 1, 2, 3, plus or minus 4, 5. Right? Okay, right here, guys, when you get to a point where you no longer can factor it, if you can't factor it, your answers will always be imaginary. When you can't factor, you will get imaginary answers, okay? Does that make sense? So you know what this is today? It's nothing more than me telling you this. If you have an x to the 5th polynomial, you have 5 answers. If you have x to the 4th, you have 4, x to the 3rd, 3, x squared, 2. Okay, that's all it is. That's all that was new today. Can I turn the page or do you have questions?
You can turn it.
I can turn it. Says tape. Okay, turn it. Problem 2, same thing. Here we go. What are the zeros of that function? With help of a graphing calculator, go try find your real zeros. I'm not going to let you do that. We're going to do it as a team. All right, ready?
that's 1.
Yes or no? Standard form or not? Yep, okay. That was easy. 4, 3, 2, 1, then the 18. Okay. What degree and how many solutions or roots?
How many solutions? 4.
4. It's right here. Highest power term is 4, so it's 4 solutions.
Isn't that cardic?
That is quartic.
Cardic.
Quartic.
Cardic.
Think of quarter. Think of quarter. 4 quarters in a dough. Name the possible rational roots. Fractions. What are the possible fractional answers? Plus or minus. This is P's over Q's, just so you know.
Okay.
Which one's P?
The
18. Negative 18. Okay. What goes in 18? Plus or minus?
1.
Plus or minus?
2.
3. 6.
9.
Uh-oh. 9. 18. Over your Q's. Q is what?
1. Plus or minus 1.
1 right there. Leading coefficient in front of your highest power term. Plus or minus 1. Big deal. If it's all over 1, we're really just looking at what?
All the top
The numerator, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, brother.
we're out about.
I have 12 possibilities. There's only 4 answers, guys. And I bet you some of them are imaginary. So let's do this again. You ready?
Yeah, that's a good guess.
You guys are my 1s. Let's go negative 1s. Let's go 2s. Negative 2s.
One
You do
word.
3. You do negative 3.
It works like every
6
other
and
time.
negative 6.
What number did we get?
Negative.
I don't know.
Negative 1.
We got 1, right?
I don't know.
Okay.
Guys, let's work as a team. Go.
What we use.
We're looking for zeros, which are our solutions.
Oh no, it's not. It's entirely too big.
If any group gets it, go ahead and tell me because we don't want to waste too much time here. -3 works, I'm hearing. 3 works too, also, I guess, right? 3 works also. Okay, but we got to start somewhere, and I'm going to pick -3 because Haley said it first, so I'm going with -3. I don't think 1 works, right?
No, it's
-1, okay. All right, here we go. Bring it on to 1. Multiply -3, add down -2, multiply 6, add down -1, multiply. Add down. And multiply. So it did -3 work? Yes. We just found a solution. The solution is -3. Okay, there's 1. But I also heard Jessica say +3 works. I'll get there in a second. Hang on. Okay, so here's what happens. This is a factor. Your factor. Now try to remember this. This is the quotient to a division problem. So your answer times your factor turns out to be what you started with. So this would be x to the
first.
3rd, isn't it? Isn't that 1x cubed minus
Yeah, 1.
2x squared minus x minus 6? Yeah? Okay. Okay, look excuse me, look inside. This one's done. We already know the answer. It's -3. This is 4 terms. Should we try factor by grouping?
Yeah.
Okay, watch this. Factor by grouping does not always work. If you took out an x squared here, guys, you would have what left over?
X minus 2.
And then here, what's in common?
-1
Okay? And if you took out a -1, it would be x
plus 6.
plus 6. Are these two terms exactly the same?
Almost. If you multiply.
No, they're not the same. So factor by grouping did not work in this one. So now, I gotta erase and say, how do I find the other 0?
Synthetic division.
Right. And since we already know it, because Jessica, you said 3 works?
Yep.
Okay. 1, -2, -1, -6. Bring down the 1, multiply 3, add 1, multiply 3, add 2, multiply 6. It works. Okay, so 3 works, which means x minus 3 is a factor. -3 works, so x plus 3 is a factor. The question is, what's left?
X squared plus x.
X
Plus
squared
2.
plus 1x plus 2. This is a quadratic factor. Guys, do you want me to try factor it?
Yeah, factor.
Okay, let's factor. All right, ready? X times x. How about a plus 2 times a plus 1? Did that work?
No.
Because if you add these, what do you get?
3x.
3x. You got a 1x. That's not working. So let's switch this. Let's go -2 times -1. Is -2 times -1 2?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. -2 times -1 is 2. Is -2 plus -1 1?
No.
No. So what's the problem?
It doesn't work.
It's not
Factorable.
factorable. And if it's not factorable, how do you get the answer out of it?
Synthetic division.
We already tried.
That's it.
Hey, you know what? He says synthetic division. He could be right because we only got up to what? 6s? Did we go up to 6?
True.
Wasn't there 9 and -9 and 18 and -18?
Yeah.
So you could sit there and try 9 and -18 and +18. It wouldn't work. So how? If this is not factorable, how do we get it? What?
Imaginary numbers.
Quadratic formula.
Like
Go.
quadratic formula.
Go, right now, get it. Brady, move your pencil.
Yeah. I was doing the trick.
Give you about another 30 seconds. Hey, just so you know, when things are not factorable, what comes out of these quadratic expressions or factors are imaginary numbers. You will always get imaginary numbers if you can't factor.
You have to use the quadratic formula.
You will on this one because it's not factorable. You could complete the square, but we did that in November. How much do you remember about completing the square?
But the tester got the B.
You probably don't remember much, is what I'm guessing. You say all of it, but
Yeah, what you do is you change one side and then you put the square.
what's in here?
The tarot. I think it's
-7?
gotta put in the tarot.
Okay, there you go. Last answer will be -1 plus or minus. This is just -1 times 7, right? So that's what?
7.
I. Here's an answer. Here's an answer. That's 2. -1 plus this. That's 3. -1 minus this. That's 4. There's 4 answers.
Whoa.
Sometimes they're factorable, which leads to quick answers, and sometimes they're not.
Too good that it's
Okay.
just
Ready? Here's the deal. You guys, if you ever get a quadratic factor, you can always use the quadratic formula. It will never go wrong for you. But if you can factor things, please do it, because if you factor, you can pull up the answers really quick. Now some of you your skills at factoring are still kind of questionable, and some of you are really good at factoring, so just factor whenever you can. Okay? Alright, here's what I did. I think I already told you this, right? I talked about this? I did not talk about this. Okay, here's what I did. I took your calendar and I looked at it and went, nope, nope, nope. I'm not going to spend 2 days on 5-6. I'm spending 1 day on 5-6. I just did it right there. Now, you ignore your calendar. Here's your book assignment. Tonight you will do 17 to 25 all, 30 to 37 all, but I wrote up here you may skip what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 problems. If you do the math on this, you have 11 problems to do. You have a total of 11 problems. If you look at the clock says you have 13 minutes. I would bet you can get 3 or 4 of these done before you leave.
It's all due tomorrow.
Yes, yes it is.
speed fast.
What page? Go to 5-6. They don't know the page. Chapter 5, section 6. Copy number 17 down, and we'll begin in 1 minute.
And so what's all due right now?
Get your book open. Yes. I will give you a head start. I'll catch up with you. 17. I want my quizzes now unless you have questions.
Oh, no.
Swear to God, it's not.
Oh yeah. High five.
Zero. Swear to God.
Noah, hey, Noah just asked me, what about this book assignment 55D2, right before Christmas break? I said keep it, didn't I?
Yes.
55D2. Here's period 4 right here in my hands. Period 4. You may add to it. I'm coming to get my quizzes. Any questions?
8.
Okay, you three.
There literally no.
Cheers. Cheers. You didn't say it. You guys got any big questions?
Yeah. No, that's whatever weirdness.
How about questions?
Yeah, it's yonder and
What's up, dude?
There's like a poem or something.
Let's not get it here. Put that. You know? You got some questions?
Literally there.
To go to the car.
So we're happy. I didn't. Shit.
You couldn't find peanut butter?
I'm not even.
Yeah, well, he sent it to me over Snapchat.
Now go back to
Ask for one.
I guess that's it.
And then for the last one. That's good.
Tell me to do it.
No.
Wait, what?
It's like how
Didn't take it. You probably got no.
I actually want to see you do this just so.
Why is it 14? So perfect, almost perfect person.
Yeah, you could actually do it.
solid.
That's all I'm saying. And then on this one comes that answer.
Literally like.
Dude, Connor, this guy's it's like a hostage.
X plus B, X plus B, right? That's the cheese. One's left, one's right here.
What? What? I can't hear you. I'll tell you, I'll give you code $3 if you do that right now.
So the answer to
And the rest of that big red.
Oh, this.
Alright, I'll give you 20 cents.
$40 to do that.
Yeah, actually.
I would
We don't have practice. Have practice for
So then.
It would be like walking out. I mean, obviously when I do it, I have some sort of like.
I only have practice on
This is the
the
Here,
one
I'm
that is
just like,
$40.
you know, can I do that?
Good Saturday. We have you and me.
Right here. Just shove.
What do you do? Square the. Oh, yeah, I But for the most part. Okay.
You're supposed to have this lab.
Yeah, I'm good. Pick him up.
I'm no cool with my
I took it and then I stopped everything.
Oh,
Oh, no.
okay.
I have a high C right now.
Okay.
75.
Thanks.
Approaches you
That's a
read
good
for
solution.
bad to do it. Mr.
Not
Carroll.
drop. Not drop.
Are you dropping it?
Okay.
No, I'm glad.
Questions, guys?
No, okay, so.
Take-
Don't say.
If you wanna come in here.
Yeah,
It's
I choked so hard and I choked.
Hey guys, 17, you're almost done, correct? Because I gave you about 2 minutes here.
She's like, well, she's like, shove it in her face, and then she's like,
Okay,
I choked on my 4th grade.
somebody right now, quick. 17 is what?
X cubed
Okay.
minus 3x squared plus x minus 3.
Equals 0? Okay. Shh, 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 shh. Listen. Listen. Guys, how many solutions? Right now. 3 answers. There's 3 answers, right? 3 solutions. Okay. All right. Now, how do you want me to do it? You want me to do P's and Q's? Or should I just group it right now? Hey guys. Hey, look. You did not have to do P's and Q's. So if you did the P's and Q's, you were doing it the longer way. What would you factor out? Okay. You get x minus 3 plus. What are you going to factor out of an x minus 3? What? 1. They share 1. Take out a 1. What's left? Correct? Hey, if you can factor, do not do the p's over q's, or else you're kind of wasting your time. All right, what's the GCF when you look at this term versus this term?
X minus 3
Times.
x squared plus 1.
Yes. Right? Now, guys, the first one's easy.
3.
3.
3. Is it I?
This one, set it equal to 0. Quickly solve it. Take the square root. Should be easy for you guys. It's plus or minus what? I. So number 17 has 3 answers. One of them is a fraction, 3. 2 of them are imaginary, plus or minus I. Who did p's over q's for 17? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I tried.
Hey, p's over q works. You probably did this, didn't you? Did you guys do this?
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah. And guess what? 3 would have worked. You would have worked for you. Then you would have got this left over. Then you would have solved this and got the answer. P's over q will work. The problem is, it is the longer method. I always say factor. Are we doing 18? No. 19?
No.
Yes. Go. It's still 1 o'clock. Let's get it done. 19. They take what's next? No. Oh my gosh. What's a strike? Somebody read 19.
X cubed minus 2x squared
Okay.
minus 3x plus 6.
Plus 6 equals?
Still x.
0.
Okay. P's over Q's or factor by grouping. You guys should be drooling right now going, this is so easy. That's grouping, isn't it? You should be thinking this is so easy.
You're gonna trick question us, though. It's gonna be wrong.
Don't do P's over Q's or else you're wasting your time. Well, okay, if you're going to do P's over Q's, that is what you should be trying. But I wouldn't have done it. I would have done this. Is that what you did? Okay, current. Are you slowing the group down?
No, they're way ahead of you, Peter.
No, but you're slowing them down by telling them stories. Okay, I have this feeling.
You're gonna get out now.
Did this work? Is that what you got? Once you took out x squared, once you took out negative 3, you should have got that, right? GCF out of those 2 terms. is what?
Minus 2.
X minus 2 times, what's left?
X squared minus 3.
Got it, equals?
0.
Yeah, this is factorable. I wouldn't waste my time with p's over q's. Oops. Who knows the answer here?
2.
Here.
I squared a 3.
No,
I guess.
because this would have been,
That's what I was saying.
this would have been x squared equals 3. Not negative 3. There. We got 2 done. You have 9 left. You guys got your book? You gotta go home and do this.
Those are fun classes.
You gave yours what? Donated?
This one? Government.
Not forever.
Maddie, did you do p's over q's? Is that what you said?
Yeah. I don't know how to see it.
Did it work?
Doing other two.
My best example
You don't always have to do p's over q's. You don't always have.
I'll be fine.
Curran, we'll see you at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, if it was really fast. Hold on, hold on.
What?
Yeah.
She's probably not.
Yeah, you gotta say it to her, right?
Yeah.
Do you have heartburn medicine? Do you have heartburn medicine?
Nah.
Oh, certain heartburn medicine. With me, man, like I get heartburn. And normally teenagers shouldn't get heartburn, but I get heartburn because my dad got heartburn and stuff this. I'm grounded. Don't worry. Dennis is grounded too. Yeah, it's heartburn medicine. How do you think they get rid of heartburn? Some stuff is just terrible. And you gotta get medicine for it. Like my dad takes medicine because he gets sick. Some people heartburn doesn't go away in a couple minutes. That's trick. I know you're gonna get there, Karen. No, you're not going on grounded. Yeah, Allie regrounded him. It was great. It's like the first time she's ever done that. Like I don't think she'd ever do it with you, but I think she would. Probably. I think she did it because she rude about somebody. Bro, I don't have heartburn. I get heartburn. Maybe. I don't think so. Like I've never got heartburn from this. I don't remember.
Why is he right?
I thought we just did the quiz and that was it.
Ja, ich möchte kurz auf. Okay, Terry. Guys, what's lasagna? That's lasagna. 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 You look like lasagna. Hey, somebody wrote tie on there.
I did have to use some.
Oh, that was probably great. Your eyes look like lasagna. Boy, I think you look like lasagna.
Well.
It seems really.
What are you looking at? Did you go hunting? No, I went working. Where do you work? I thought you quit that job.
I did.
Oh, where are you working now?
Place.
Huh? Thanks. I'm not gonna come visit you, I don't care. So they're not like shooting at you.
There's some shitty people there.
I know for like all the like not everybody like my cousin her husband's so worn out that
No, I'm not
you have to graduate from like oh you have to have 2 languages because it's required for most colleges. No, yeah.
Oh, no, I never
French
took
Really? It's not too bad if you're in that. Was it hard?
Maybe some excited.
Yeah, I do.
How did Austin Moen do with Allison?
Yeah, but I don't really want to ask.
Yeah, Allison just posted a picture, hardest goodbye.
Kayla, Allison.
Just boss it up right
Hey, what'd you say, Carlos?
Austin Moen had the thing with Alex.
What did I say? Oh yeah, I knew that. What did I say?
Never mind, I get it.
You get it? Like you
But
the
you
party
see-
people?
Oh, go off, boy. Go punch him.
He's like,
Go punch.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, his neck's like empty.
He still gets it.
That gets it.
I know, he's getting them.
Well, not that. It's just Alice is. I could care less about the other.
Yeah, if you understand me.
I could care less. Way less. Alice is great. What? No. No. I just came back from 2 weeks. Think I'm gonna take it right away.
Jeez, Elsa.
Okay, here we go.
She doesn't have her card.
no, Nick, if anyone ever wants to take
Because your mom. Wait, make sure.